Hello everybody, this is Robert Adams. I'm going to be going over two projects today. The first one's going to be the Case Project 6-1, the Celtic Songs app. And the second one's going to be the Case Project 6.2, Animal Voices Children's app. So with these, I actually had to take a little bit of extra time to work on these because the Android Studio decided to upgrade to the next version completely, which threw off my entire program for both applications. So in the end, after many hours of debugging and trying to figure out what was the problem, I ended up having to create a new virtual device. The one that I previously used on all my other applications was the Nexus 5X. For this one, I just created the Nexus 5 and had to readjust some of my pictures and formatting just to make sure, even though it looks a little weird on here, it comes out in the end emulator just fine. So now that that's taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and go over what I did with the Celtic app program. For this one, I renamed the splash that shows up splash activity, and I changed this one to 4 seconds, well, 4,000 milliseconds. And that's what this code is right here. It's got the timer set for the splash to pop up, and it'll show for 4 seconds until it goes to the next activity, which is this one. So in this activity, I have a couple buttons set for the Irish jig and the bagpipes. And so over here, for this instant, we have the first and second buttons. We have the clicking of the buttons themselves that create the media player class here for both of those, the Irish jig and bagpipes. And down here, these are the two cases. When you click on the button, it will show pause Irish jig in the text while the music's playing, and the same thing, if it's paused, it'll show play for the second case. The same thing for the bagpipes. And both of those are over here under this one. We got the play Irish jig and the play bagpipe song. Here's the strings that I have set for this application. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead run this application. I already have the emulator running. Should come up here shortly. Alright, Celtic Songs app. Give it about 4 seconds. There it goes. Here's the picture for the Irish jig and the bagpipes, and let's go ahead and click on the Irish jig button. There's the music for that one. Let's click pause, and then the same thing for the bagpipes. Really like that song. And you notice how when I click these, the other button goes away, and that's over here in this code under the visibility section in the code that shows when you click on that, it makes button 1 invisible and vice versa. So as you can see, this application runs correctly now after upgrading to the next version and reformatting. Over here you can see the pictures that I put in the drawable folders, and the folder that was created for the raw MP3 files for those two sound files as well. This application works. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. This one's going to be the Animal Voices Children's app. And so as you can see, it's pretty much exactly like the other application in pretty much all the sense. I had to do the same thing with this one, change it to Nexus 5 in order for it to work. Now the program seemed to work fine before, however the issue lied in the emulator itself. It just did not want to work anymore especially being from an older version to a newer version. So over here we have the images for this one. It's going to be the cows and the pigs and their buttons with those sounds. Here's the strings. This splash activity, everything's the same except the time for this one is set to 6 seconds instead of 4. So we have, like I said, the button for the cows and the pigs, and when you click on them, same thing happens except you're pausing and listening to the cows and making them show or not show whenever you click on one. So let's go back this way. There's the strings for this one. Let's go ahead and run this application. This one should refresh to the new one. As you can see, no errors in this code. Everything seems to install and work just fine. So we got this one running for 6 seconds here. Should change here shortly. Alright, so let's listen to the cows. And the pigs. Alright. So that seems to work great for that one. Same thing on the side over here. We got the images in the drawable folder and the sounds in the raw folder. So that's it for these programs. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.